Let me make sure I got some sound. I got sound. I got sound. Hey guys, come on in. Hi. Come on in, guys. Come on in. What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, Venus. Thank you. Guys, come on in. Come through. Come through. Come through. I'm going to do some chatting tonight. Do some real chatting tonight. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, boo. All right. Let's get it popping. Come on in. Thank y'all for liking the live. I ask that you guys like, follow, and share. Come on in. And if you're scrolling and you're listening to me and you haven't joined in, tap the screen. Come on in. Let's have a conversation. We talk every night, weekday, 8 o'clock. We come through. Nevaeh. Yeah, that's my niece. Hey, boo. Thank you for the light. So listen. So every week, during the weekday, we come on for, about 8 p.m. Central Time, and we just come on and have a good chat. So what we've been talking about standing in our purpose, understanding who we are, whose we are, and standing in our power. And understanding as a woman how to stand in your purpose, right? And in your power without being overbearing or, standing in your masculine. We're learning how to just be in our feminine energy, which is hard. It is really hard at times, especially when you're the head of the household, right? And like for me, I have boys, so I would have issues with, they were in sports and different things. So I would be the one that had to go up against these men, when they would challenge my boys. And so that was kind of tough for me. So it was kind of hard to find that feminine balance for me because I always had to stand in that masculine energy. Well, guess what? We are learning through our whole self-healing and self-love journey to be the better versions of ourselves and how to stand in our purpose in what we are. So if it's my feminine energy, that's what I'm standing in. Knowing when to stand in that masculine energy, knowing how to balance those things out. Now check this out though. So you hear a lot of people talk about the twin flame and this, that, and the third, and they go chasing this twin flame and they go looking for it in a person when actuality it's you are your twin flame. And what does that mean? What does you are that twin flame mean? That mean that you are your yin and yang, your masculine and your feminine energy, and that is your job to balance that, right? So don't go off the hype and go running off trying to chase somebody when the whole time is in you. That's why they always say look within. So that's the whole purpose of self-healing and the self-love. So right here, if y'all haven't got your book, let me see if I can get it on there. Good evening, Miss D. Oh, girl, don't tell me about my hair. I get to shaking it all day now. I get to shaking it. But listen, get y'all book, right? It's on Amazon. It's in Barnes and Nobles. It's in Barnes and Nobles. It's in Walmart. Go online, get y'all book because we're going to do a book club. And in the book club, the book club, I'm going to send out the link for the Zoom and we're going to go over it, okay? Each chapter and journal some things and learn how to be the best version of ourselves. I thank y'all for the shares. I thank y'all for the likes. I thank y'all for the follows. Y'all just come on in, okay? So listen. So let's get to it. So we're going to get back on the topic of feminine energy. How to stand in that. As a woman, even as a man, this is the thing that I need you to understand. As a man, you can stand in your feminine energy and still be a man. Still be a man. Thank you, Chloe. Listen, and still be a man, still be able to stand in that power. Now listen to this. Listen very, very carefully, okay? Very carefully. Men, it's not about you being, as women call, oh, he's a simp and it's not that. He's just emotionally intelligent. He's very emotionally intelligent. He understands that he has to have this soft side because this is a feminine woman, but he's not going to be like that with every woman. If you a hood chick, then what he going to be soft to you for? Because you're not going to understand that language. You only going to understand that rough language. So why would he take his time with that? And then if you notice, when y'all not dating no more, he go find him a soft woman, right? He go find him a soft woman, and then before you know it, they all in love and married. He's still playing your tail because you let him, but at the same time, this is who he want to be with, because she's allowing him to be who he is, the balanced man that he is, with his emotional intelligence, right? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the shares. And the same thing for women. Men, here we go, men. You want this woman to be in her feminine energy. You want her to be soft. You want a woman that's just real feminine and very soft and blah, 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 blah. I want my woman like this. I want her to look like this. I want her to sound like this. When she see me, I want her to bust down with it. But guess what? She ain't doing all that because why? You can't accept her for who she is. Right? You haven't given her a safe place for her to feel vulnerable enough to open up her heart or open up her emotions to you and not feel a type of way, not feel that you're going to take advantage of that. So it's all about us having a conversation. What's up, Pop Hood? It's all about us having a conversation. Hey, could be the reason. But at the end of the day, it's all about us having a conversation. When we talked about women, you are a wife. The ones that are wives and you keep getting done wrong. Every guy that you date, this guy, you date this guy, and this happens, and he mistreats you and he mistreats you. Where you're dating guys just looking for a girlfriend. You are a wife. So instead of getting mad at that person or looking at it like, you mistreat me, these people mistreat me, you got to stop doing that. You got to look at within and you got to say, okay, this is who I am. This doesn't match. It does not mean that man ain't crap or he's a F-boy or he's a this or he's a that. No, that does not mean, that's not what that means. He just ain't for you. What you're looking for and what he's looking for is totally different. Men, you looking for a good woman and you trying to find this woman to give your all to, and you don't mind spending $1. You don't mind taking care of your woman. You don't mind being soft with your woman. But then you keep getting these chicks that just do you wrong. Well, because you looking for a wife. You're a husband. And you're dating girls, or you're looking at girls that are girlfriend material. Hit it and quit it material. Friend material. I don't like that hit it and quit it. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You're a husband, so you have to look for a wife. You can't go out in the street and just look for anybody and make that person a wife. Vice versa. Women, you can't just pick. If you're a wife, you can't just go out and find anybody to be your better half. So instead of us getting mad at the people that we dated, instead of us getting mad at people because it didn't work out, you have to start looking at things for what it is and being okay with that. A woman's femininity isn't based on what a man does or doesn't do. Okay. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is look for what it is that you want, right? Always go. Oh, look at that. Thank you. Look for what it is that you want, right? Not in the moment of what your needs is. Like, thank you, Miss Unique. Not in the moment of what you need. In the need you need in this time period you want to fix. And then you want to go find that person that can give you a fix, and you like, you know what? I'm cool with her. I might as well marry her. Well, what is going to get you? Do you understand? It's understanding who you are. And the purpose that what I'm trying to get everyone to understand in this season is that stop placing blame where blame doesn't need to be placed. Learn how to take accountability for the things that go on in your life. Now, at the end of the day, you cannot make someone treat you the way you want to be treated. You can't do that. I can't make you treat me the way I want to be treated. No. But it is not my job to stay with you and say, well, one day he'll get it right and he's going to treat me and he's going to do right by me and he's going to do these things. No. I'm going to leave his ass alone and go about my business. and find the person that's for me. That's how things are so simple. Everything in life is simple. You don't stay with someone just because it's meeting your need in that moment. In that moment, right? In that moment, she met a need of yours and you're like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and wife her or whatever the case. No. Or this person has been mistreating you forever. You've been with this person for 10 years and they still haven't married it. They still cheating. They still doing this. They still playing in your face. They still blah, 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 blah. Guess what? It's not his fault or her fault. It's the person that is happening to. In that moment, you have to take accountability for that. Things are happening to you because you allow these things to happen to you. You are in control of yourself. That is the whole purpose of me teaching in this self-love of 2025. Is not to take away from the fact that you were mistreated, because you were. It's not to take away from the fact that they did not appreciate you, because they didn't. What I'm trying to get you to understand is you take control of you. You take control of your mind. Your mind is what controls everything. So here's this. If you mistreat me and I continue to stay and put up with it, why should you change? It's kind of like if you're dating somebody and everybody else is like this, this person is unattractive or this person is this and this person is that, blah, blah, blah. And this person is like, I don't care. I pulled her looking like this. Even though you may not be happy that he looked that way, but guess what? In his mind, it ain't no problem. I pulled her looking this way. So I've been treating her this way. I've been talking to her all these years this way. So now if you come in and say something, guess what it looked like? That third person is the problem because I've been talking to her this way and I've been talking to him this way and and they stay with me. But what if you take this time and you say enough is enough. I choose me. I choose to love myself and I choose to go forward in life being the best version of myself. Hey, Vaughn, what's up? Being the best version of myself because I don't deserve this. What if you decide to say, hey, I'm that chick. I'm that dude. I deserve better. What if you decide to say, I don't care that we got all these kids together. That does not mean, so here's the thing. He may be a great father, but a horrible husband or a horrible baby daddy, right? So you going to stay with him because he's a great father? He could be a great father while you with someone else, while you're with the person that was meant to be with you. Stop letting these boyfriends get in. And stop letting these boyfriends interfere with your kingdom spouse that's out there waiting on you. Your spouse is out there waiting on you, but you're entertaining the boyfriend that you done made. You a wife, and you done went and found a boyfriend and said, hey, I'm going to make you my husband. Listen, a man that finds a wife, that's some women are just created that way. I believe that once a woman understands who she is and has this self-love awakening, she steps into her power. You know what I mean? She steps into her power. She's a wife. So what the whole point of everything that I'm trying to say, what I want you guys to understand and know, that's right, fine's a good thing. Oh, thank you, TT. Hey, Maria, love you. Listen, what I want you guys to get out of this, I want you guys to get out of what I'm saying is choose you. Everything starts with you. Choose you. There is nothing more important than you. During this time and as you ascend and become the better version of yourself, everything starts with you. You want to get into working out, do it. Don't do it because, hey, he left me for another woman that looked like me 10 years ago before I had all these kids. Do it for you. You fight back. You don't fight back physically. You fight back by winning your mind back, your self-esteem back, your power. You pull that power back and you start standing in your purpose. Listen, when you start operating in your purpose, everything just unfolds for you anyway, because that is the right road to go. So if you stay on the yellow brick road, you're going to eventually get to the end goal. So, the moment you decide to invite people on your road, or you invite people to help you navigate your path, that's when you come off your purpose. But if you stay doing what you're supposed to be doing, staying focused on what your goals and your passions are and what you're supposed to be doing, right? No one can knock you off. You can't do anything but become the greatest you, the best version of you, the best of everything. Hey. Right? But the moment that you decide to say, hey, Greg and them, come on, come hang out with me. Or you grab your homegirl that's at this low vibration. See, this is the thing. When you start ascending, this is what happens. Everybody starts saying you act funny. You act so funny. You acting weird. You act like you better than us. You acting this. It's because you're ascending. It's not you that they don't like anymore. It's the spirit in you. Because when you start to love yourself, your spirit is able to stand up. Your spirit is able to sit straight up in you now. It's not being bagged down by everything that you have on it, all this worry, stress, the worldly things, this, that, and the third, and you lean back, just leaning, looking crazy. Your spirit can't breathe. But it's in the moment that you decide to love yourself, your spirit is able to navigate. Now your friends is not you. Your friends, you've been friends with these people for years and years and years. It's not you. You're not the problem. It's the spirit that's in you that's the problem. So now the spirit that's in you is causing them to have conflict with you when the whole time all you're trying to do is be the better version of yourself. So in the moment that you decide to work on yourself, love on yourself, well, how do I love on myself? How do I work on myself? Well, I cut everybody off and I still feel away. I isolate myself and put myself in the house. Now I'm depressed. Well, I go over here and when I get around this group of people, I get anxiety. Well, how you work on yourself is you disconnect. There's a difference between isolation and disconnecting, right? When you disconnect, just like, okay, if you disconnect the cable from your TV, the TV still works, right? It's just going to tune into something totally different. It can't tune into the direct TV anymore because the cable got cut off. However, if you got these smart TVs, you can tune into the local channels or whatever channels that they have on it, which is totally different. It's not what everybody else is tuned into. It's not, going with the crowd anymore. Now you're on your own way. Now you're navigating through a new guide on this TV channel because of the fact you ain't never been in this TV channel before because you're too busy on direct TV all this time. So you don't even want Netflix now because Netflix was the same thing. Everybody does the Netflix. Everybody does the direct TV. But when you doing the satellite TV, right? And the channels, you can't call nobody and ask them about what's going on those channels because that's foreign to them. They like, I don't know. I don't even watch that. I didn't know they had channels on it. I didn't even know this was going on. I didn't even know this, that, and the third, right? So that's what happens when you disconnect. You start learning new things. You're still within the flow of life, but you're learning new things. But when you isolate, you have shut off everything. You can't tune into anything. You're not going to learn new things. What's going to happen is you're going to get stuck in the repeated cycle, just like in the wilderness, in your mental of thinking about everything that could have went wrong, everything. And then this becomes the devil's playground. And then you come up with your own thought process of how life is. And then paranoia kicks in. Then, anxiety kicks in. See, when that happens, what happens is once the enemy come, which is the depression, he brings on 20 more of his homies and they attach in. He like, hey, yo, it's a party over here. Come on over here. Anxiety like, oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to bring the beer. And then such and such come. Then anger come. Oh yeah, I'm going to bring all the smoke. And then, sadness come and they like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring this. And the next thing you know, you got a whole house party going on within you. And you stuck because you done isolated yourself. And this is how the enemy used this when they say, and I hear this a lot, they say God will isolate you. No, God is not going to isolate you. God will cover you. This is the thing, the difference between that. God will cloak you. God will had you in plain sight, but you will still continue to go on in this world learning new things because he got to teach you something. Isolation is a sad word. Isolation means that there is just solely you. That means no one else can come hang out with you. So you got to be mindful of the words that you say. I know it sound good because you're not really thinking about it. And that's how the enemy work. He throw words out there that it sound good, it makes sense, but it's damaging to our mental because what we hear and what we processing is two different things. See, we're very intelligent. Our minds are intelligent. Yes, we are. So therefore, when the enemy throw it to us, it sits with our ears first because we hear, when you're not healed, you hear with your hurt ears. And when your hurt ears hear something, guess what them hurt ears hear? Yes, sir, it's totally right. And they go along with it, but your mind trying to process what this don't make sense, and then confusion starts. You got to think about it. This mind was created by by God, by the Most High. So it's precious. It's very intelligent. It operates the way it's supposed to. But we force it, and the enemy force us to make it think outside of what it was made for. All of the answers are within. We were created to understand the unknown, which is secrets to us now, right? Everything is secrets to us. You hear them say, well, the Bible, as you grow in Christ, the things in the Bible, they won't be like secrets anymore. The secrets will be unveiled to you. Hey, cousin, the secrets will be unveiled to you. It'll be, it'll just start opening up to you and different things like that. And it's like, the problem is, it's never been a secret. It's just the enemy has forced us to make our mind look at things in a total different way. Because as long as he can keep us in the dark and keep us isolated, then therefore, he can control. Mind control. You're getting control of you. So as I talk about on this self-love journey, this is 2025, you know what I mean? So if you just not getting on the self-love journey, if you're just now getting a full understanding of, I want to know more about me and whose you are, and you're starting to understand what your purpose is. And as I talk about, purpose and passion is two different things. So you got your passion is things that you pick up along the way. Meaning throughout life, you pick up things along the way. You find stuff and you like, oh, you become in love with that thing for that moment, right? And then you're not in love with that thing. That's why y'all start a lot of businesses off passion. Like, oh, I'm gonna start this business and I'm gonna do this, and you go gun-ho and you ready, or you running and you running and you running and you ready to do the dang on thing. And then all of a sudden you just like, I just don't got it in me no more. I just don't want to do it. I just want to do something else. That's because it was a passion and not your purpose. Know the difference. Your purpose, you're going to operate in that. You've been operating that since birth. That's your purpose. You just didn't know it's your purpose. See, you running around here saving all the cats and stuff, and the animals talking about, come here, Mr. Kittens and Mr. Mittens, and come to me. I'm going to save you, and I'm going to do this. I'm talking about myself now. So, got to do all this stuff because I am love. My purpose is to show love. That is a gift. That is the highest gift of all. But let's talk about the gift. Let's talk about how they said in the Bible, it talks about, in the end of time, everyone will know who God is. Every knee shall bow. Everyone will know who he is, right? Everyone will know him by name and different things like that. Hey, cousin, everyone will know. Well, yeah, they will. But see, you're getting it all twisted. Because what is God? God is love. Ain't nobody even thinking about that. Before he come back, everybody will know what love is. You think just all of a sudden out the blue one year, all of a sudden all this self-love been going on, and they've been talking about love your neighbor. Love yourself. Go within. Fix yourself. Go within. You're spiritual. You love. That's why. I'm sorry. I'm spitting. You'll think I got some fake teeth the way I'm spitting. Listen, that's why you have to go within. The reason why you have to go within, because love, God is within. Love, God is within. Remember, love, 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 love. Thank y'all for the share. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the follows. You guys, come on in. Come on in. Rock with your girl. We just having a conversation. So listen. So doing all of that and knowing who you are, understanding what your purpose is and what your passion is, it's two different things. Understand the words that you're using. Remember, we talked about last year for the ones that's new. Okay, we talked about nixing the whole word. We nixing the negative. Oh, that's negativity. I don't want no negativity around me because this the year is going to be all positive. We nixing the word positive too. Because of the fact it's making your brain trying to process. Because, listen, when you say negative, When we say negative, we're telling our brain that everything we don't like is negative. But that's not what our brain is made to process. But what if you was to say, I don't desire that. I don't desire that. Guess what your brain gonna do? It's not gonna give it a second thought. That man that hurt you, that is undesirable behavior. That is undesirable. Guess what your brain gonna do? Kick him to the curb. It's going to remove him, kick him or that thought to the curb and replace it with something else. Now, when it replaces it with something else, it is your job to process it and see if this is a desirable thing that you want to think about. Things, no more negative, no more positive. We are only doing desirable and undesirable. Now, think about that. Say that now. I want you guys to say right now. Think about it. When you get ready to say, I don't want to go over there because it's all negativity. When you say the word negative, you see how my face frowned up? It's the immediate reaction because that's what I told my mind. I told my mind everything with the word negative attached to it, it just gives me, it's giving the, I don't like it. Get it out of here. Right? However, if I say that, no, I ain't going over there. That's undesirable. All that mess is just undesirable. Anyway, next. You see, it's a different. I want you guys to practice that tonight. Everything that you've been getting angry about that's been negative in your life, change the word negative to undesirable. Then that feeling is taken away from you. You separate the word from the feeling and the emotion, okay? Change the way you talk and your mind can process and help you attach the right emotion to it. So it's undesirable. So listen, we all done been through relationships. We all done been through breakups. We've all done been through some things. Listen, I ain't the only one. I ain't the only one. And you know, I've had people do me dirty. People, they come up, they do me real bad. They do me real dirty. Now, before I was healed, you know, so let me get my lick back. But now that I'm healed, now I ain't even gonna say I used to get my lick back. But at the same time, too, I used to hold on to the emotion so tight, the hurt so tight. And then I would sit in my mental, dwelling back and forth, trying to figure it out, trying to process it, trying to get over it. Like, why did they do this to me? And why is this? And why is that? I didn't do anything to nobody. I'm just trying to do this. I'm just trying to do that. It wasn't until I went through the self-love journey and, you know, my own journey, and nobody else is my own. And I had to realize that, wait a minute, I did everything right. When I came into each one of whoever life, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is, I came into their life. Here's the thing that I had to learn. When I came into your life, I left you better. So that means I did the right thing. I came as my true, authentic self, pure. But I'm on the floor and I'm crying and I'm sad when you leave my life. Then I had to think about it. Now, why the hell am I crying? He over here, or she, friendship, whatever, is over here living their best life. They feeling good because they sucked all the energy up out of me. They took my energy from me so that they could feel good because I left them. Because I didn't understand about if your cup overflow, you only give the overflow. You never leave your cup dry. Not me. Hell, take this cup. I'm going to pour it all out because I know God going to give me some more. And then everybody would take it and they run with it because they got that good love. They got that Coach Nine love. And they go running out and they feel good. And then they go run and get in a relationship with somebody else. Flaunt it in my face. While I'm sitting over here, you done took all my energy. I'm sitting over here looking crazy as hell while you out here feeling real good. Now I'm mad like, well, what this person got that I ain't got? Well, what is this going on? Well, why would they do that? And this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking they having a great life and they doing real good. The whole damn time. They faking it till they make it. And I'm going to tell you how they faking it till they making it. All of a sudden, you know, when they bring they funky behind back to you and they like, miss you. I know you miss me. Thank you for the roses. I know you miss me. You miss me? I miss you. Hey, big head. Hey, what's up? You know you're supposed to be the one, right? You know, all that whack ass shit. Listen. And guess what? They will come back because they needed something. But because I wasn't healed yet, Because I wasn't healed yet, I'll bring back in, like, you know what? Because I'm listening to any and everything that they say on, the social medias. I hear it's like, oh, your divine counterpart, he got to be the one. You got to have that soul tie. I'm thinking this is what a soul tie is. This is what it is. So this is my person because I like him so much. I like him so much. Oh, I love him. Somebody, please help me. Give me a fan. I love this man. Whole time, no, he trash. But what happened? Your girl healed. Your girl healed, so that joker come. Them same type of people. See, it's the same thing. No matter what happened, when you going through life, until you get the full understanding of who you are, because this is all these things are teaching you how to get in your power and how to stand in your purpose and be the best version of yourself and stand in grace and things like that. So you keep getting the same energy. Meaning that same person's like familiar. It's like you keep meeting the same damn people in different places. It's like this same stuff that you doing, he did, but you finer. You know what I mean? At least you got a job. It's the same energy because we're made of energy. So it's the same energy in different people. Hold on, guys. Let me put this on. Okay. Yeah, so we're created out of energy. So listen. So now that I'm healed, what happens is, okay, I know it's a lesson because you keep coming back. Different person, same energy. So I got to learn something. Now I'm listening with my ears. Before, my ears, they were hurt ears, and I used to listen with my hurt ears. So when that joker would come back, or a new guy, same energy would come back and get in my ear, and I'd be like, because I was listening with my hurt ears, what I did was trauma bonded with that person. But when it's something, think about it. It's something when you start listening to things with your healed ears. So now, when I listen to them with my healed ears, the inside of me, I'm laughing on the inside because I'm listening to them tell me all these sweet nothings and the little no-nos and things like that. Now, get it. Some people, I just let them go because I'm stuck trying to figure out, is this, yeah. And then I have to sit back because I know what God told me. See, I know what Spirit told me, so I have to sit back and I have to allow this clown to run all these lies to me. And I got to sit back and listen to him with my healed ears and see what my healed ears is irritating to hear the lies of the enemy. I can't take it. Thank you. I can't take it. It's so irritating. It's like taking your nails and scratching the chalkboard because my healed ears don't allow nonsense. Zero tolerance. However, because the Spirit said this needs to happen, because guess what I found out? It ain't about me. It's all about this person. This person, I was used. I had to find out how powerful I was. I'm the one that the buck stopped here. So I'm the one, when you go through your life and you play all these games and you talk trash to people and you treat them like this and you mistreat them like this, I'm the last one that God sent for the enemy to defeat. You never defeat that one villain on the game. It takes forever to defeat the villain on the game. You got to get cheat codes because in this game, it's just you've been playing this game and been on the same level for so long and you get frustrated. You throw the remote control. You mad. You come in there until you find the cheat code. That's the only way you can beat it. Because when God sent me, I had to learn this. I'm like, God, I'm little. Like, how I'm supposed to, what you want me to say, God? What is you talking about? You want me to come over here? He's a clown. His mama should have swallowed him. He's a clown. Okay. But God said, no. Y'all, I cut up, so bear with me. But listen, God said, no. You the buck stock here. He puts me there. So therefore, when that person come, he is to learn something from me. I teach him his lesson. And I don't teach him his lesson in a negative way, like, yeah, I'm going to do you like this. No, it's a lesson that he needs to learn. And he know that I will give it to him gently. I will teach him gently because that's how you're supposed to teach, gently. Very gentle. Very gentle. And that's another thing that, with the church and everything like that, they ain't teaching nothing gentle. They're just talking about you like a dog, sending you back out and doing this, that, and the third. You out here confused and lost. And then if you ain't fitting with their stuff, and it specifically says gentle. Gentle. Because who am I? Who am I to talk about you, drag you through the mud, because your sin look different from my sin, because we all sin. Whole nother story. We'll talk about it another time, okay? Excuse me. So, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. So the thing is, listen. You have to remember, when you're going through your self-love healing journey, you have to remember, this is something that you're going to learn, and I'm going to give you one key step. I can't give you everything because everybody's journey is different, but at the end of the day, this is the end-all, be-all goal. The end-all, be-all goal is to understand that it has nothing to do with you. It is not happening to you. It's not happening to you at all. Right? It is happening for you. It's happening for that person. It has nothing to do with you. God, he's going to get all the glory. Everything that he needs you to do, he just needs you to be the vessel. That is it. So all this stuff that people are throwing at you, it has nothing to do with you. It's everything about the spirit that's in you. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about the spirit that's in you. People that sit around, named in the church, they sit around, they smoke, they drink, they cuss, they do all these different things, and they think like it ain't no spirit. God ain't going to use me. Guess you are definitely the one that God is going to use. You're definitely the one. That's why you're getting attacked the most. And you're like, well, I ain't got this going on, but you're the one that's getting attacked because of the fact that you're not the one that's running around here chasing down to fit in somewhere. You are just being who, because of the fact that you're not the one that's running around here chasing down to fit in somewhere. You are just being who you are. And those are the ones you. So don't ever think that you're not usable. Don't ever think because your sin look different from the other person's sin. Guess what? We all sin. No one's perfect. Right. No one's perfect. No one's perfect at all. We are all sent here to do a job, and that's his job. So when you learn that, and that's the part, that's when you'll be able to process things better. I have my friends, my homegirls, listen, you do me wrong, they ready to rock. But listen, and I always tell them, they get mad at me because I'm like, hey, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. One, because I can beat up people by myself. I'm real good at that, but I'm not doing it. So if you don't see me doing it, then I don't need you doing it. This is something that's personal for me, has nothing to do with you. I understand what my job is, so I understand when people come into my life and mistreat me. Some people mistreat me and don't realize that they mistreated me. They just been doing something for so long. So what do I look like telling you, hey, you are no good, this, that, and the third, you this, that, and the third. I'll let you know if you hurt my feelings. I'll let you know. See, this is a new version of me. I'm able to speak and say, you hurt my feelings. I don't like it. I don't like it. Somebody help. I can say that now. But at the same time, it does not mean that I'm going to sit around and dwell on it and say, look what you did to me. Look at me. Taking my shirt off, whipping myself with belts like, hey, this is the pain that you caused. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because it has nothing to do with me. Everything to do with you, though. And if you don't learn from this, because I'm the buck that start here, there's warning before destruction. And I guess I'm the warning because the destruction is going to come after. So get it together. We live in a world. Listen, I woke up this morning and I woke up at like 2:00 in the morning and I was just looking around. And I opened my eyes because I have like a sitting room in my bedroom. And I opened my eyes. And I looked over there and I just immediately just started telling God, thank you. I was just so blessed. Like I don't know. It was just, well, I do know. I just seen, like, dang, I got a whole living room in my room, right? It's just little old me. I'm single. I ain't got no man. It's just me and my boys, and they sick of me. They stay upstairs, so downstairs is just all me. So I just look over and I'm just smiling and I'm just so grateful. And I'm so grateful. And I'm like, thank you, God, because of the fact, because I did my job. And where I'm going with this is somewhere else. I'm going somewhere with this now. Thank you. Listen, thank both of y'all. Listen, I get up and I'm thanking him for that. And I'm just so grateful. And I'm like, God, I don't even need all this. I want it though. Thank you, God. Don't take it back. But listen, I love all this. And I thank you for all this because it's just me. But because, here's the key. Because I did my job. He gives me more than what I desire. So when they say that he'll fill your cup and make it overflow, that's what that means. All I wanted was like, I've always wanted a nice home. Of course, we all want a nice home, nice car, nice job. We all want that, right? But he like, yeah, baby girl, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that because you my daughter, and I'm spoil you, and I know I done put you in the fight, and you have not called me and said, God, I don't want to be on the warrior list this year. I ain't never done that because I'm too scared to do that anyway. But thank you, Royal. But listen, he like, I got you. All I have to do is just get up every day and just operate my purpose. And I said yesterday, I was like, when I go get up tomorrow, I'm just gonna get up and I'm just gonna start doing me. Well, I do that anyway. But yesterday it was something about it. I said, I'm just gonna get up and I'm just gonna do what he tell me to do. I do that anyway, but I'm gonna get up. I was so adamant about getting up and just doing what he tell me to do. Well, guess what? There was no words of, no whispers of, hey, Nye, get up and go here and go here. No, I just operated without thinking about what is it that I need to do today? What is it that I need to do for this? And what is it that I should be doing? I didn't do any of that. That's what that means. So therefore, he'll send me my mission. If God don't have you on a mission, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress like I'm bored no, sit back. Because if he's giving you rest, remember, he created the world on the seventh day, he rested. Now, he did a lot in those 7 days, but you did a whole lot. A lot of things that you don't even know that you did. You're fighting in the spiritual and you have no absolute clue what you got going on. All you doing is coming on here, logging on to Coach Nye, talking about, listen, I'm trying to figure out why am I letting these people hurt my feelings? I need to know. And the whole time, why am I tired all the time? The whole time, because you've been fighting a spiritual warfare and you have no idea. You have no idea. You talking about I went to bed early and I still ain't getting no rest because you've been in a spiritual fight and you have no idea. So now that you don't have anything going on and you chilling and you relaxing and you sitting back, well, you don't even know you're relaxing. You like, I'm bored. What's going on? I need something to do. And you go find yourself something to do when the whole time God gave you rest because he about to put you through some more stuff. You about to work. You about to work. Listen, when you're going through and God is blessing you, listen, when you're doing and you operating in your purpose and God is going to bless you, you got to remember you are the abundance, you are the blessing. It's going to chase you down, don't you? And I don't like it. And I'm telling you right now, do not take this in 2025 and to where else and say, I'm chasing a bag. Man, screw that bag. Let me tell you something. The bag is going to chase you. It's going to find you and it's going to chase you down. Bruh, it's going to chase you down. Sis, it's going to chase you down because you are the abundance. You attract abundance. You attract peace. You attract love. You attract all that because of who you are. Why you think you got so much drama? Why you think when you walk in the door, everybody turn around, roll their eyes at you, looking upside your head, give you the quick once over, look up and down, got something to say, start whispering this, that, and the third because it's the spirit in you. You just don't know who you are because you ain't stepped in your purpose. You ain't stepped in your power. So you don't know who you are. Not at all. You got to understand who you are. Then you'll be able, when you walk in those rooms and they looking at you crazy, you'll be able to be like, yep, that's me. Bet you're wondering how I got here. Yes, that's you. Because already in the spiritual realm, while you so tired and you walking around and thinking about how fine you is, you just putting on clothes. Like, I just get up and I put on clothes. I don't put a whole lot of thought into when I go in my closet, like, oh, I'm going to match this and I got to match that, I got to match this. I put on what make me happy because of the fact whatever I grab, whatever's in my closet is nice. That's how I look at my life. Well, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put that on. And when I put it on, it don't wear me out. Let me tell you, it just look good because I got the confidence for it. And that's how you got to be. So before you even walk in the establishment, your spirit done already showed up and was like, hey, yo, we talk about that all the time. Hey, yo, Coach Nye about to come up in here. So I know that she about to piss all y'all off. So let's go ahead and get that straight. So she's going to come in here. I'm going to go ahead and lay out this red carpet. Coach Nye's coming. You over there, check your person. Check your person because she ain't gonna do right. You over there, you gonna pass out, so you just go ahead and leave the building. Just go ahead and leave the building now, because as soon as Coach and I walk in, you gonna pass out, so you ain't gonna be able to take it. Look, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. That's what you gonna be on. And you ain't even walked in the building yet, but your hype man, your spirit is sitting there hyping you up. Hype me up. Hype my bestie up. Hyping you up before you even get in there. Now here you go. As we talk about, for the ones that's been following me, you got two types of people. You got the one that's about to go in there and mess it all up. And then you got the one that's going to fall in. When I mean fall in. So you got that one that's going to mess it up. That's going to walk in, and your spirit is just like, please don't mess this up. Come on, man. Don't mess this up. Just come on in. I done already hyped these people up. And then you come up in there all timid and quiet. Why is everybody looking at me? Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on. Is it my hair? Is it my clothes? Is it my, what, do I, oh, my God, I don't look good. What's, huh? Yeah, y'all get the whole Nicki Minaj accent. No. And then there's me, because that used to be me. But then there's the heal me. See, when I walk in, I speak. I speak. Hey, how y'all doing? Because it's not anyone around here that's better than me. Because I'm me. Why would I let anything in here make me feel that I'm in competition? Because I'm me. I didn't say I was better than anybody. I did not say I'm better than. But what I just said is there's no one in here that's greater than me. Because we're all man. We're all man. God created us. Woman, man, whatever. Right? Unless it's God himself. Now, he's greater than me. He's greater than me. He's greater than me. Yeah. Yes. So when I show up, I'm going to show up as me, because I understand who I am. My spirit is who it is. I'm not changing who I am anymore to make you feel comfortable. I wish I would come into your establishment and I make myself small to make you feel better. How dumb is that? Hey, let's speak it to the mic. How dumb is that? I'm not doing that. No. I'm not watering myself down, right, to make you feel good. And that's not what we're doing. You have to understand who you are. It does not mean be arrogant. It does not mean be better than. It does not mean any of that. All it means is that you are comfortable with who you are. Nobody else, how they feel, it don't matter. That's okay. Be you. Be you. Guess what? If you feel you finer than me, then be finer than me. I'm trying to tell you, mind your business, do what you do. But guess what? Only high vibrational people will understand that and do that. The low vibrational people. Now let's talk about the low vibrational people. Hey, Marvel. Hey, the low vibrational people. Those are the ones that when your spirit showed up and told them, hey, you go ahead and leave the building. Hey, fix your face. You go. Those are the ones. Because in their mind, they're like, she's better than me. Or he's better than me. You said that. That man or that woman did not come in there and say, hey, yo, I'm better than you. Pipe back. Move, 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 move. Move. Get my theme song. Hey, hey. Dun, 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 dun. That's not what that man or that woman came in this establishment and did. What that man and that woman came in this establishment and did was be who they were. They just spoke. They showed you guys that nothing about anything in here or in this world is going to have me feel a type of way. It's simple. That's simple, Jay. So with that, right? Stand in your power. It does not, see, don't get it twisted. Don't be around here and like these ones, and I talk about this and I keep talking about it, that go on a self-love journey, right? The self-love journey, right? Here's with the self-love journey. They go on there because somebody hurt them. And they like, I'm going on self-love. It's all about me. I love me. It's all about me. I'm going to do me. I'm being me. And then they come out of that thing of that unhurt because they went in angry and they came out bitter, but they think they came out healed. And what happens is they become very self-centered. And when they become self-centered, what do? They talk about what? I ain't letting another person do nothing to me. I ain't doing nothing for another person. I'm going to do this just for me. They had the same 24 hours as me. They had the same this. They had the same that. They had the this. They had the that. They had the this. And then they don't teach nobody. They don't want to reach back. They don't want to do anything because they become lovers of themselves. That's a whole nother message within a message, because it's what it talks about. In the end times, people will become lovers of themselves. That's why it's the self-love and the selfish love. So know the difference. Well, Jay, it look like you got some stuff going on. Listen, let me explain something to you. This platform, this platform is about, you know what I mean, learning to be the better version of ourselves. And I think you just joined, and that's what I was saying. The people in our lives that cause chaos in our lives, that cause drama in our lives, that cause mess in our life, we have to look at it like it's not them. It's the spirit in them that keep attacking the spirit in me. And you keep meeting a different type of people with the same type of energy because of the fact it's energy. It's energy. Now you're going to meet another woman that's going to act just like all 12 of these people you talking about right here. That's what's going to happen. But you got to look at the fact of like this. You got to handle these situations like, oh, okay, cool. Do you? Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's all about the spirit that's in me. So keep being mad. Be mad at the spirit. Don't be mad at me. Move on. And you got to move on, understanding that this is a lesson for them to learn and a lesson for you to learn that, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me. So how you deal with that? You deal with that by elevating and ascending and being the best version of yourself. And that's how you make low vibrational people. One of them is, out of them 12 people that you're talking about, one of them going to say, you know what? Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I need to go within. Maybe I need to. And then they'll change their ways. That's how you do it. So it's not about, you know how the pastor would say, do as I say, not as I do. You know what I mean? And I always thought that was just crazy. But anyway, the thing is, you just do you. Your purpose and your job. Do what God tell you to do. Stay focused. Stay focused on you. Everything else, people that surround you, the people that need to change, the people that the message is for, is going to get the message. And that's how I live my life. Like I have a good time. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to cut up. I'm going to jive. I'm going, I'm going to have a good time. But I'm not out here to, hey, you can't date me because you act like this or you act like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm going to continue to be me, because a person that wants to be around me genuinely is going to want to know, like, how did you become so successful? Or how did you become this type of person? They're intrigued by it. Once I show them who I am, if they want to tweak it, I'm not going to argue with you about how you should do it. And, it's kind of like telling somebody, oh, how did you lose weight? Right? Okay, this is how I lost weight. This is what I ate during the day. This is what I ate during the night. This is what exercise I did. This is what I did. And then they come and tell you like, oh, I can't eat that. I can't do that. I can't do this. But I can't even work out like that and this, that, and the other. So I'm going to try this. Well, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Just know that you're not going to look snatched like me. So you ain't going to look snatched like me, because you want to do what you want to do. When I'm telling you the root of it all. Now listen, let me explain. I'm a personal trainer. I'm going to get you right. I'm going to teach you how to build a shelf. But if you going to tell me that I can't do those, I can't do that, and I can't do this, I'm just going to keep doing my squats. Well, keep doing your squats. Squats ain't going to get you a shelf. Squats ain't going to get that tail sitting up. Squats ain't, you can do whatever you want all day. But I'm going to give you what you need so you can see the results. Get straight to it. It ain't going to take years, months and months and months. It's going to get you straight to getting a shelf. Check my profile page if y'all want to know, because I'll get you right. Because I get that thing popping now. Thank you, Marvel. Thank you. But yeah, so at the end of the day, we all joke, we all laugh, we all do things, but just be you. I think if everyone just focus on themselves and just do themselves, be themselves, right? So thank you. I keep burping, y'all. I keep burping. I keep burping. Listen, I think that if we all just focus on ourselves, like focus on yourself. Now, here's one thing: we all gossip, right? We all gossip. You don't tell me I don't like gossip, because I always say that I don't gossip. What I mean by I don't gossip is I don't sit up with anybody and have conversations. I don't sit up with anybody and just talk about this person and that person. Now, and I don't believe in this. Getting on social media, I see somebody else social media, and then I get on here and talk about them. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to ruin anyone's life. I'm not here to add on to the chaos that they're already feeling, because it's always cool until you sitting in them shoes that the person is going through, being talked about and dragged through the mud. I'm not here to play with nobody's money. So if somebody is doing something on social media or self-concern, thank you, Royal. Thank you. Thank you. Or I'm not going to sit and come here and just discuss anything, because you're ruining people's lives. But this is what I've learned, that this is how they're getting paid. Their job is to ruin people's lives, because you get more follows and you get more it's special needs to me. I can't even understand it. So here's the thing with that. I do have comments about things, but I get with a close person, not even all my people that I call friends that I'll have this discussion with. I'll get with someone that I feel that's not going to, even though I don't know these people, these social media celebrities, even though I don't personally know them, but I still will only get with certain people that I'm really close with, and we can have a conversation about it, and I'll tell them what my thoughts is, or we'll exchange or converse some things like that. But it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to come back to a place where it can even possibly a little bit, just a little bit, get back to affect that person's money. Same way, screw the social media. Let's talk about in real life. You don't like me? That's cute. You don't like me. You don't have to like me. I cannot force you to treat me the way I want to be treated, or, speak to me the way I want you to speak to me. I can't force you to do any of those things. I'm trying to get to that. I helped you. Jay, what are we talking about? What do you want from me? I'm trying to get to that. So I do life coaching, and you can sign up on my website if you need a life coach. I don't know how to do any of that. I never wanted to be a creative. Okay, so sign up for the life coaching, and you and I can talk about it, because I don't want to take away from everyone else that is on this live and we having a conversation. So yeah, so listen. So my thing is this. Okay, hold on. All right, so where were we at? Dang. That just really just took me to sideways. It's just, let's get back to, talking about people. If you don't like a person, then you don't like a person, and that's okay. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the follows. Invite others, okay? So you don't have to like that person. Do not be upset when someone don't like you. You can't make someone treat you right. You cannot dictate how somebody's going to treat you. And if you decide to take your tail over there and start some drama with somebody, and then you get your head knocked between the washer and dryer, right? This is what I wanted to get to. You can't get mad because that person knocked your head between the washer and the dryer, because you expected them to react the way that you react. I see too many females, they love to argue. They love to read. So they love to get their tail somewhere and read somebody, tell them about this, that, and the other. And then, oh my goodness, next thing you know, they grabbing their lip. because that other person don't like to read, that other person like to do things, other things, you know what I mean? And then it causes a conflict. Now this person is mad. Now you want to press charges because you started some things with this woman because you expected her to react the way you wanted her to react. So you cannot, that's why you need to learn to stay in your lane. So back to the whole point of you cannot control what people say, do, or anything. You can only control who you are. That last conversation that guy had on here threw me all off topic. So going forward in life and in anything that you do, relationships, friendships, whatever it is, you have to go in with who you are. And if you decide to get in a relationship or a friendship, then you have to go in with the conversation so that person can understand who you is. Now, with that, how do you do that? You categorize people. So guess what? You're not going to sit around and I just met you. Okay, Marvel, let's talk about it. I just met you and we love to do yard work. I love yard work. I love landscaping. And we doing landscaping and we're really good at that. We're a great team at doing that. And we can go to Lowe's, we can go to Home Depot, we can go to all these different places, to get the things that we need because we know what we're looking for. We know what we're about to build. It's going to be awesome. But that does not mean that you're going to be the guy or the gal or the person that I'm going to sit and tell all my business to. No, I categorized you into my DIY project buddy. And that's what we're going to keep it on that. We're going to go when I'm ready to do a project, I know who I'm going to call. Moving forward. Now I meet someone else. Okay, great. That does not mean that this person is going to be on my project team. I'm not inviting you to the project team because you're not that good at projects. You're not good at projects at all. What I'm going to invite you to do is maybe you're good at motivational speaking. So that's when I'll bring you in. But however, just because you're a motivational speaker, what do you speak on? What do you motivate people to do? Just because you're a motivational speaker don't mean that you're going to come on my platform. Because my motivational speaker, I love to talk about self-love and healing. What is going to help the next person be the better version of their self? And if you are not speaking something to that, then no, you can't come on this platform. It does not mean that you're not a great speaker. You just can't come on this platform and speak, because this is the group of people I talk to. Now, we always say we want to be versatile, and that's okay. Be versatile, then I'll let you know about who she is, and if you want to know about that, then I'll send you over there to her. Now, say for instance, she is into that, the type of motivational speaking that I'm into, and I'm bringing on the platform, then that's what she's going to be. When it's time for me to do things that, when I need to teach something or I need some ideas for this, that, and the third, that's who she's going to be. That's who I'm going to call. I'm not going to call Quail over here, hey, with the landscaping, hey, come over here and help. No, that's what you got to learn, to start categorizing people in your life. And then you'll have a happier life. People come and go. And to keep that from going on, because this is how you ruin people's life. That was the topic we was on, about ruining people's life. I mean, I really got off topic with that guy, but this is good too. This is real good too, because I was going to run it into that. But what I was going to say is, what I was meaning is, you do not take it upon yourself to go drag someone else off because you have an opinion. Now, when your opinion starts affecting how someone live or someone's job, their livelihood, because people don't look at that. They just look at, well, I got this to say and it's going to get me followers, or it's going to get me a group of people, or, these people are going to all be in agreement with me and we're going to have a great conversation and blah, 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 on all this. But you're not looking at the fact of, wait a minute, what about this? What about the person that you're talking to? When you do this, you guys work together, whatever, this person loses a job, guess what? You just took food out of their kid's mouth. You took food off the table. Think about everything that can be affected with that, because you chose to not care and just look at the surface level. It's just the same way when you have a family member that was, like I had a brother. He was, we can't say words on here, you'll get restricted, but he was, laid to rest in 1999, and they took my brother they took my brother from us. You know what I mean? It wasn't natural. They took him from us. So it was kind of like, here's this. That was just so hurtful. When things like that happen, people don't think in that moment when they're getting ready to take someone out of here that, hey, how is this going to affect all the way around? Not only is it going to affect the person that's being taken out of that family, but what about your family? All these things happen. People never look at the bigger picture of things. So the next time when you get ready to put your mouth on someone, or the next time you get ready to make you some content just so you can get some following, just understand, all money ain't good money. You may get some quick followers and it may happen for you real quick and fast, but it's not going to be lasting. It's not for the long run. But what if I was to tell you, when you operate in your purpose, it's a slow journey, but it's the end result is generational wealth. So if you stop focusing on everybody else in their business and stop putting your opinion, listen, what come out your mouth is opinion. What come out of your mouth is an opinion. Let's say that again. Let's say it together. Let's hold hands and say it together. What comes out of my mouth is my opinion. What comes out of my mouth is my opinion. And it does not make it a fact. And that's the problem that's going on in the world right now, is the fact that everything that comes out your mouth, it becomes a fact. When it comes out like that, when you have to put the statement allegedly, that means that you shouldn't even be putting this information out, because then it becomes your opinion. It has not been a fact yet because you have to say allegedly. So whenever you have to prepare people for some nonsense that's about to come out your mouth, whether it's hurtful or not hurtful, you should think twice and not even say it. If you can't speak on it without saying allegedly, if you can't speak on it purely and from the heart and stand 10 toes down on it, stand on business when you say it, then don't. Because I'm sick of you. Don't say it. Just stop. Just stop. I'm never going to take my platform and use it for... Wait a minute, you guys. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. I want to make sure I let you guys know that I do appreciate it. I love it. Thank y'all so much, okay? Like I said, we're just on here having a conversation. But at the same time, this is things that when you become a healed version of yourself, these are things, when you be starting to become a better person, you start ascending. These are things that you have to work on. You got to be mindful of what comes out your mouth. You got to be mindful of how your mind process. Let me explain something to you. If you were to let's take me, for example, you decided to say, okay, well, Coach Nye, I'm sick of her and she did this, but you got to use the word allegedly. Or when they say, oh my goodness, this one right here. When you ask them something, they say they say, well, they said, well, who is they? Because right now I feel like they is you. Who is they? We're getting out of this gossiping thing. Who is they? Well, they said this. Who is they? Tell me who they is. And tell me why they were so comfortable about talking about me to you. Tell me. Why was they so comfortable to talk to you about me? Because if you was my ride or die, I wouldn't be hearing they said. What you'd have been hitting me up was, look, nah, I know you like to handle stuff on your own, but I had to check somebody because of this. If you ain't telling me you check that person, or you shut that down, or you turn that person away, don't bring me no bones talking about they said. Because I'm looking at you real crazy now. Because how can they say anything about me when you know my true character? You know my true character. So how are you in a conversation with somebody that said something about me? Now I'm looking at you sideways. Now I'm trying to figure out why. Why are you a part of my storyline? Because I thought you were part of my storyline because you were my friend. Now I got to question, why are you part of my storyline? Period. Now it's time to remove some folks. It's time to clean up some things. So I'm not going to get mad and I'm not going to go, you this, no. You deal with people in your silence. Women, that is the most powerful thing you can do, is stand in your silence. Thank you for the rose, Royal. Is to deal with people in silence. Deal with them in silence. Listen, I had people that I've broken up with or stopped being friends with, and I'm not giving you no explanation. If I give you an explanation, that's because you really hurt my feelings. You really hurt my feelings, and I need you to understand that. Thank you so much for the rose. And I really need you to understand that. Now, whether you listen, I don't care. If you turn me away, I don't care. Because that's part of my healing. That's what I learned how to do, is to express myself and not feel horribly bad. Thank you so much for the rose, Royal. That's healing for me. It ain't got nothing to do with you. So you can even take, when let you know that my feelings are hurt and how I feel away, and you can take it and you can run down the street, you can laugh about it, you can do this and the third. I don't care. But that was part of me. My healing is I learned how to just speak. And the reason why it's so important for me to speak it, because I don't want it here, just sitting here. Because once it sits here, then I'm about to be in for a rude awakening, because all 27 of my personality is about to show up, and they're gonna have a whole meeting, and then it's gonna turn into a thing, and next thing you know, maybe tables getting flipped over, maybe I don't know what's about to happen no more. So that's why it's important to speak, but you got to know how to speak to it. See, that's why I never spoke to it for so long, because I didn't know how to speak to it. I didn't know how to speak to when someone hurt my feelings. How do I speak to that? How do I say that? What do I say? Like, this sounded weird to me. Hey, you hurt my feelings. Like, that sounded weak to me. Like, that ain't thug. That ain't thug at all. But what I learned is I needed to match my emotions, right, to the words that's coming out, because my feelings being hurt does not mean that I'm angry. My feelings being hurt does not mean that I need to fight. My feelings being hurt mean that it caused me a little bit of sadness. Maybe it made me cry. Maybe it made me think. Maybe it just made, I had high hopes for something and it just kind of disappointed me. That's what I needed to learn. So therefore, I spoke to those type things. Now, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to go to nobody and say, hey, you hurt my feelings. Look at me. I'm crying. You don't have to grab your camera and turn your live on and just start crying on live. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to record yourself crying. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to be outside throwing yourself on the ground. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to be at that person's house screaming and hollering outside their stuff, outside their job, doing all that. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do anything other than accept the fact that, hey, and speak to what just happened to you. What do you feel? Tell me what you feel. Tell Coach Nye what you feel. What do you feel? I feel sad, Coach Nye. Okay, let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Speak from that place. Yeah. And so when you do that, that gives you the relief of things. But that does not mean that you are to hate that person. Now, it's some things. Let me take that back. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. Let's be very freaking clear here. It is some things that people do to some people that is unforgivable. I don't blame you if you mad at them. I don't blame you if you cut them off. That is your life. That is your thing. That's what you have to deal with. You have to know what it is. Don't let anyone come in and tell you this. You got to let that go. Man, the fuck about my face? No, sir. You don't tell me. Because you haven't been in my shoes. You haven't walked in the things that I've walked. You haven't been in that. You have not walked the path I walked. You have not been in my shoes. You don't know what it was like for me. You don't know how much hell I went through. You don't know how bad it hurt. So I will never tell you, you got to let that go. No, I'm never going to tell you that. As your life coach, I'm never going to tell you that. But I will help you find a way to navigate this new life that you're about to embark on, because you're about to heal, but you're about to learn how to live with that same issue, but not angry. So now you got to learn how to live this new life because it's new to you. You've been holding on for this for so long. So when you're there with people, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, whatever it is that somebody did to you, just for me, I'm not even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you, bruh. I ain't even mad at you, sis. I ain't mad. The unhealed version of me, when I would listen with my hurt ears, oh. But the healed version of me, because I'm listening with my healed ears, I probably will still go grab a drink with you. That's just me. Because I learned that it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with God. You got some people that they think that I don't know the things that they've done to me, and they still call me. We still talk. We still do this, that, and the third, because it's not that big of a deal, because it has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to tell my spirit, hey, spirit, get out of me, so I can make this person feel better. No, I'm here to teach you a lesson. I am here to trigger you into healing. That's what my job is. That's what my purpose is. I don't know what your purpose is. Your purpose may be to bring laughter to people, to teach people. Do you know how many people is out here that haven't or don't know how to really enjoy a good laugh? They control everything. Let's talk about it. They control everything. So maybe when they grew up, their mom and them would tell them, you laugh too loud. Your laugh is ugly. You too loud. And they had to control that. So now they got to the point that they laugh on the inside with a straight face. But they were told to dummy themselves down or, calm down because you taking the attention, because your laugh and your personality is so big. So when you laugh, people automatically attract to you and they want to be around you, but you irritating the person that's around you. It could be your mama, your brother, your father, whoever. Calm down. You doing too much. Your laugh is too much. So your job, your purpose made to bring laughter to a person, teaching that person how to laugh. Did y'all know that? Did you ever know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Our purposes are just not the simple purpose. You have some people who purpose is to get out there and preach from a place that I'm talking about. Ain't no bad words rolling off their tongue. When they speak with authority. When they talk and God is using them and talking to them, that is their purpose. They are not here to do anything else. They ain't here to be laughing with you. They ain't here to be joking with you. They ain't here to be doing any of those things. They are here only to just bring the word, and they gonna speak it. And guess what you gonna do? You gonna like the word, and you gonna intake the word, and it's gonna be in you. It's like you just ate it. It's gonna be in your spirit, in your soul, because that's their purpose. Thank you for the roses. That's their purpose. Your purpose may be to bring fashion. Did you know that? Did you know that could be a thing? A-Town, what's up? Did you know that could be a thing? Yeah. You bring fashion in life. Your job. You do hair to make people feel beautiful. Because this is the thing. When we go through this self-love journey, let me explain something to you about the self-love journey. Because everybody think the self-love journey is about this thing. You just start loving yourself and you just start being happy. And then you just like, hey, God, high five. And you doing the, you and me will never part. That's what y'all think. But that's not what it is. See, love. What do I talk about with love? God is love. That is his name. That is who he is. And so love is within. God is within. The spirit is within. Love is within. A lot of people don't know that because they don't love themselves. In order to understand the love of God and who he is, you have to love yourself, who you're created in his image. That's what the self-love is about. Getting you connected back to the spiritual. Okay? So therefore, you can start operating in your purpose. So if your purpose is to make people beautiful, right? You do hair and makeup. You can style real good, style their clothes and everything, and you do these things. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the share. Thank y'all for the likes. I ask you guys, continue to follow, share, and thank you for the gifts. Listen, you do all these things because your job is to trigger someone else into their self-love journey. Now, how do you do that? Well, here's this young lady. She has very low self-esteem. She's been told all her life that she was not beautiful. She's been told all her life that she was just ugly. As a little girl, she's ugly. She's dark-skinned, she's ugly. Oh, look at the spots on your face. Look at the birthmark over your eye. Look at this and look at that. That little girl was me. That's what I was told. These are the things I was told. So I walked around for years like, well, I'm average. I used to look at people. Listen, let me tell you something. As a little girl, I would look at other dark-skinned girls. And their hair may have been a little bit longer than mine. Their hair may have been brushed a little bit better than mine. They wasn't. I looked at them like, okay, other people was calling them ugly, but I was looking at them like, man, if I just looked like them, I'd be okay. She not that ugly. You know what I mean? Ain't that crazy as hell? But that as a little girl, that's what I thought because I thought I was the ugliest of the ugliest. I thought I was my skin was darker than the bottom of someone's shoes. I thought I was beneath everybody because that's how I was fed that. as a child. But listen, now you do hair, you do makeup, you do clothes. You teach them how to style. So your purpose is to make people feel beautiful, to know that they're beautiful, that beauty lies within, that they have to take control and they create their beauty. It's not the standards of what society is. And that's why it's so important. If you're a hairstylist, if you're a stylist, or if you're whatever you are, a makeup artist, it is so important for you to understand and start operating in your purpose and know how to love yourself. Right? You know how to love yourself. Not one of them things like I know I look good and all. No. I'm talking about love yourself, standing in your purpose, because the person that's sitting in your chair, your job is to speak to them. Your job is to heal them. It's not about your makeup. It's about the words that's about to come out your mouth that's going to make that makeup brush be like a wand. Not only is the wand making her beautiful, but you're allowing and you're able to speak to her and say, hey, this makeup is not what's making you beautiful. You're beautiful already. It's just that you need to find what fit you, because what you're trying to do is live up to a standard of what society said you should look like. So guess what? The wig that you're wearing ain't fitting for your type of head. The haircut that you're wearing ain't fitting for your type of head. I'm going to show you how to get the hairstyle that matches for you. I'm going to show you how to put the clothes on and you wear the clothes, not the clothes wear you. I'm going to show you how to do this and use just you. And that's why it's so important when we're operating in our purpose that we understand who we are, whose we are, and our purpose. We have to understand that our words are powerful. So it's not that you got talents with your hands, that you can do hair and you can braid and you can cut or you can do whatever, that you got these things. No, I'm a personal trainer. So let me explain something to you. I can personal train all day. I can personal train you about the wall. I can personal train you about 100 pounds up off you real quick. But I learned something in the mix of me personal training is that I needed to become and learn how to counsel. I needed to learn how to be a guidance counselor. I needed to learn how to do this life coaching. I started educating myself and I started doing these things because it's not only the weight that they need to lose. It's not the body that they're trying to get. It's that they're trying to be somebody else. So how can I encourage you to be who you are and stop looking at people? You're not going to look in the magazines anymore and say, hey, I want to look like this. It's going to be people looking at you saying, I want to look like her. That's the goal of this. Not the goal to go in and say, I want to look like that, because you're going to constantly always keep redefining yourself, trying to find why I don't look like this. Because that ain't you. You're trying to make that you. You are you. Let me mold you to your body type. Let me help you get to where you needed to be. But I also knew it wasn't just my creative thoughts and my mind how to put a workout plan together. It's the words that's going to come out my mouth, because I need to encourage you. My purpose is love, to show love. I'm going to teach you love. And what I need to teach you before you even get into the physical fitness, I'm going to teach you about love. Love is the first most important thing before you even get up and do anything in life. Before you even decide to make a change of a diet, anything, you have to do everything within love, because if you don't love it, you're just going to do away with it. So that's why I got into the life coaching. That's why I got into the counseling. That's why I got my certifications for these things, because of the fact I'm not only going to teach you how to personal train, because it ain't about your money. See, for years, I personal trained women for free. I personally trained them for free, because what happened is I had a lot of women that come in. They look woe down. They look tired. They tired. They don't even know what to do. They just in the gym looking at the weights. They don't know. They overweight, and then they embarrassed. They don't want to do certain things. They think people, they self-conscious. They just stand the other. And I said, oh, hold on. Let me help you out, sis. I got you. And I had to come in gentle. And the reason why I had to come in gentle, because some people are in defense mode, because there's so many crude people out there. And then I gotta work through, because I already know this is gonna happen. Okay, what's the catch to it? You gonna do this for free? For why? Well, it ain't no for why. It's just that I understand. See, what you're trying to lose and what you're trying to do, you're doing it backwards. But if I teach you how to do it the right way, then it's going to work for you. So my thing was this, like, you're coming in here because your husband done cheated on you. You done had 3 kids. You done had all these kids. You done took care of him, his career and everything else. This man keeps stepping out. He ain't putting nothing into you. You just gaining weight. You walking around with your moo-moo on. You walking around here and getting your hair done. You just tired because you're wore out and you're tired because you're taking care of kids. kids, you taking care of their business, you taking care of your business, you taking care of the husband business, you taking care of y'all business, you taking care of the house, you taking care of everybody else. And oh, by the way, the family call you because they need you too. And by the way, you better have dinner made for these kids because they ungrateful unknowingly. They don't know they ungrateful. Thank you, Queen. They don't know they ungrateful. All they know is that, hey, I'm hungry. Why we ain't got what I like to eat? And you running rapid and you doing all this. So by the time your husband get home, he got the audacity to look at you as if, I'm sick of looking at you. I'm sick of, because he got his little boo thing over there, and then he done went and cheated on you with a woman that looked like you when y'all first met. So that's why I'm here to help you, because I need you to understand that, guess what? You are in the gym for the wrong reason. Let's get in the gym because we're learning how to love ourselves. Thank you. I am doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. It actually has a skirt to it. I just decided to put some jeans on with it. So that's why I got into it. And that's why I would train for free, because it's not about the money. When I operate my purpose, God paid me anyway. What up, Rick? Of course I did it. But listen, God is going to pay me anyway. He's going to pay me anyway, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you're operating in your purpose, God is going to pay you. The abundance is there. When you operate in your purpose, you are the abundance. The bag is just waiting on you around the corner. Listen, the bag is sitting around the corner waiting for you to walk around the corner so they can jump all over you like, hey, grab me, spin me, please spin me, please. When you're blessed, you're blessed. When you operate in your purpose, you're going to get everything that you need. It's just going to attach to you. Don't go out here trying to downplay yourself. Let me give you an example. So I remember one time this was years ago. I was like, you know what? I'm just go and get me a Nissan Maximum, screw it. I'm gonna just go get one. Now, I like luxury cars. I do. But for me, I'm like, I can't afford no luxury car. I'm like, man, I guess I'll go get a Nissan. And this was the funniest thing to me. I went to that dealership. I'm like, I know I could get this. Because I was too afraid to go to luxury at that time in my age. I was too afraid to go to the luxury dealership. Because I'm like, I know I can't get that. So let me go get a Nissan. I know I can walk away with a Nissan. I mean, I can walk away with a Nissan, right? I get in there and it was like, ma'am, you don't qualify. See, I wasn't expecting that. See, when I went in there, sat there, just doing what I do. Like, yep, that's the one I want. Looked around like, yep, that's what I want. And I sit there because I'm like, I already got that in the bag because, I can get it. I know I can get it. I mean, and it was like, you don't qualify. What? So I sat there because I didn't know what they were saying. I thought they were saying I didn't qualify for, something else. But this is what, I know, I'm sorry, you didn't qualify for it. Like, what you mean? It was like, you got to co-sign it. What you mean? I was so confused. Now, like I said, I'm a very humble person. I'm not one of those ones, oh my God, you can't. No, I was just confused. So I was like, all right. So I went across the street to the Mercedes place. And I'm like, well, I'm in my 20s. I'm like, I can't get no Mercedes. I went in there and I was like, well, which one do you want? I ain't go for the big body because I didn't even think I was going to get the little body, the little C-Class. I'm like, well, let me just see about that. So we did, we talked. I'm nervous. You know how it is when you're nervous, you start talking too much. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it because I just left from over there and get the right. And it was like, well, okay, let's go look at some numbers, this, and other. And then they came back and it was like, okay, we're going to send you back there so you can sign. I said, wait a minute, what? Let me look at these numbers, make sure you ain't playing me. What? But see, that's when I learned that what I want, I chose to get what I felt I was deserving of. But what God was saying is, I'm going to give you what you deserve and more. you ain't getting that. I'm giving you this. What I didn't think that I deserved, God said, yes, you do deserve it. You deserve more. But what he said was, I'm going to give you what you asked for. This is where I need you to be. He put me in the place I needed to be, which was the Mercedes dealership. He put me in a place and he said, now you go get what you want. And I chose to get the C class when the whole time I wanted the E class. Then I'm like, I wanted the wagon. And I'm like, okay, you know what? But he's put me in the place I wanted to be and said, pick what you want. I chose that. So that was a lesson for me. And that lesson taught me that I can get whatever I want as long as I do my purpose. So now I'm an Audi girl. I love Audis. I'm going to keep me an Audi. I don't know what it is. I always either have me I have to have me an Audi truck and I have me an Audi car, But right now I just have my truck because here was another thing. I'm like, dang, I really want, and this y'all don't judge me, okay? Let me just do me, okay? I wanted a Bentley, right? So I'm like, okay. I done figured out what type of Bentley I want and whatever. Because once again, I'm like, okay, let me get a smaller version of the Bentley because this is scary. This is scary, right? Because it's just me. It's not like I have co-signers and I have husbands and things like that. So I always want to stay on the safe side. So I'm like, okay, well. But then God was like, you buying a house. Like, I got a house, God. I got a nice house. I like it. The house that I was in was huge, And I was already thinking about I need to downsize. It's just me and my boys. And I'm like, well, and then my father had passed. My biggest thing was to get a home that could, if something happened to my parents, then I can move them in and I can take care of them. That's my biggest thing. That's how I think. I don't think, and see, this is why I'm blessed, because I don't think like, oh, I'm going to get what I need for me and my kids. And no, I think about my family, because at the end of the day, if someone else in my immediate family could afford to do it, they would do it, right? So here it is. God put me in a place that I can be the one to supply, to make sure. But see, this was the thing when I told God, I said, I need a house that we don't feel like we up on each other, because I don't have that one family. I got that dysfunctional family that, if you too close to them sometimes everybody freak out, all 27 personalities, and each one of them show up and then it turn into a thing. So I needed everybody to not feel like they were on top of each other, and I need everybody to feel like they got their own space, that we can live comfortably together, because that's what I like. I love family. I've been away from family since I was 19 years old. I joined the military and I was off, away from family. I raised my boys by myself. I was married and went in labor without my husband. I did all these things. I've always taken care of my kids by myself. It's just been me and my kids. But I've always thought about my family, because this is the thing. This is how you bring generational wealth into your family. You don't bring it into your family by, okay, I'm a take care of you and I'm going to pay your bill and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I had to learn it the hard way. What you have to do is make sure, see, if something ever happened, right? And my family decided to say, hey, times got hard. They may not have a job and they may not have that. Then I'll bring them in. Guess what? We can come together. We can work together. We live under one roof and we can make things happen. That's how I looked at life, right? So this is why I'm blessed, because I don't look at when I get something, it's just for me. It's no way for me that my family will be homeless or without as long as I have. Now we have boundaries. That's one thing. You got to make sure you got boundaries. So it was like, you're going to get a house. And I was like, well, I already got a house. This is a nice size house. I can do this. But it was like, no. Gotta have some house. You gotta get some land. You gotta get the land. And I'm like, I don't want the land, because who gonna cut the grass? It's nobody but me and my boys. And I know they gonna hit me on top of the head, to cut the grass. Who gonna do this? Don't worry about it. That's how I ended up with over 4 acres. Sitting over here like I'm a farmer or something. But at the end of the day, what it was is to bring the generational wealth, and that generational wealth, therefore, I'll always have an income. If I plant some food, I can sell. So here's the thing, the cup of the overflow. He's gonna overflow your cup. He's gonna fill your cup to its overflowing. So therefore, whatever I plant, my family will eat. And whatever is the overflow, I can sell and bring money back into the family. Do you understand? It's just a recycle. Just make it keep recycling and keep recycling. And therefore, too, if people want to If they wanted to come by my pond and have their own thing, I can rent that out too. You see what I'm saying? Your land can always bring you money. And that was something that he taught me. So I had to look at, do I want the Bentley? Because I really did want the Bentley. It's so cute. Or do I want something that's going to be everlasting? The choice is yours. And so I chose everlasting. I chose something that can last forever, even after I'm gone. So what I did was low key made my children, in the future, they're future millionaires or whatever the case may be, because of the fact the money will come, the value will go up, things will happen. And this is for my kids, my grandkids, my great grandkids and things like that. So I'll take one for the team as long as it's going to bring and make sense and bring back to the family. And that's what God will do for you. But you're only going to understand those things when you start operating in your purpose. Because when you're not operating in your purpose, what happened is you come up with your own bright ideas, which is your passion. And then you start operating in your passion and you start investing in things off your passion. Have you noticed that people start businesses and then just do away? Or they buy things and it doesn't make sense and then they get gone away. And the reason why is because they started off of their passion. That is what the enemy do, get you thrown like, okay, this your passion, run with it. But you need to have your purpose, operating in your purpose in order for that passion to stand. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So that was just a piece of, my testimony of how things roll out for me, because I act and I do in my purpose. I act and I do in my purpose. Therefore, everything chases me down. It attaches to me. I stay in my purpose, humble, do right by people, and then boom, it'll come. Everything will come. Yep. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the shares. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Listen, we done had a heck of a conversation. We done talked about a whole lot of stuff. Is there anything that you guys want to touch bases on? Because we're going to recap. First off, we're going to learn to keep our opinions to ourselves. Everything that comes out of our mouth is not a fact. It's an opinion. Okay? I ask that you guys like, share, follow, okay? It's just an opinion. It does not mean, listen to me and listen to me very carefully. If you got to say, they said, allegedly, wait a minute. If you got to say, they said, or the word allegedly, or don't quote me on this, then just don't say it at all. If you can't stand 10 toes down on that, then just don't say it. Just keep it to yourself. There is no reason for any of us to be pulling each other down and snatching each other down. If you want to talk about another person or whatever it is at your job or whatever it may be, find you that one person that you trust, that you can say things to, because you just got to get it off your chest. Because even though, like me with rappers, right? I had my guy friend the other day. We had a conversation about 2 of the female rappers or whatever. I would never get on here and talk about them. I would never. And listen, I'm a small little content creator, small little influencer, small. But still, you never know what can trigger something else. And I would never get on here to tear anybody down with my opinion. That's just my opinion. It doesn't make it a fact. And who the hell care what I got to say? Why am I trying to make myself relevant? No. You have to learn to stay in your lane, learn to love on yourself, learn to figure out and find out what is your purpose. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? Thank you, MP. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? Whatever job that you do, think about this. I don't care if you work in customer service. Guess what, customer service? I need you to learn how to operate in your purpose, getting you to your self-love. Learn how to love yourself, because your job is very important. Did you know your purpose is to give hospitality? Your purpose is to, be kind to people. That is your purpose. So you have some people that's a customer service. I need a job. I got to pay these bills. I got to pay for all these kids. that y'all didn't help me make, but I'm going to make it seem like y'all helped me make and ruin my life. I'm going to get on here and be real nasty. Okay? And then you have people that is operating in their purpose, and they have that job because that is their purpose, to be kind. Did you know that? That's your job, is to be kind. Because that one person is going to call you. Let's just say this. What if that person that just called in has had it up to here? What they say, had it up to here, buddy. Had it up to here. And they are done. They like, you know what? I can't deal with another bill. I can't deal with another nothing. I'm done after this. They even thinking about taking themselves out. Everything. But because you were kind, in that moment, God used you to be kind to that person. You see? It's so important for you to operate in everything that you do, operate in your purpose. Just because you got a job, I don't care if you're a blogger. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Thank you for the follow. It is purpose behind it. Your purpose, it is purpose behind it. Okay? So do your job. Don't be that fake person that fake nasty. When they on here, they all like, yeah, and it's so sweet. We love everyone. Look at God. We love everyone. And then when they get off here, they out here painting the city red. That's why it took me so long to be to come on and get a platform, because I was out here still painting the city red. I can't get on here and be fake talking about you gotta love yourself. And I'm out here beating people up, cussing folks out, screaming, being real weird, No, I needed to get my life together. I needed to, and you don't have to be perfect to start operating your purpose. It's just some things that I needed to work on. God had to work on me. It was some things that I needed to work on. I needed to work on how to communicate, because keeping it real sometimes is the wrong thing to do, especially on like a platform like this, keeping it real. Like if I was to keep it real and just talk how I talk and just be how I be, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to do that anyway. But it's just, at the same time, I have to look at everything that needs to be mutual. So the mutual language, right? So you have some people that curse, some people that don't curse. You have some people that speak a term, right? Listen, I'm just going to be neutral, okay? Because do the one language that everybody learned, that's keep the curse words out and just get the point across, And that's just something, listen, I can give you every excuse why I got a mouth like a sailor. I can give you every excuse, but at the end of the day, it's something that I need to fix and work on. And I am not here to say, well, I was in the army, so this is how we talk. I drop an F-bomb in a heartbeat. Yes, I will. But at the same time, it's just one of those things that whatever your purpose is, operate in it and be the best version of yourself. Be you. So I'm going to end this with, moving forward in 2025. We are learning to be the best versions of ourselves. We are learning to stop finding fault in other people, right? So whoever do us wrong, it is not to pay them back with wrongdoing. It is not to pay them back with the, you did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you. We're not doing that. It is not to, look at them and call them all out of their name, call them dogs and blah, blah, blah. And, they're wrong and this, that, and the third. We're not doing that. That's not what this is. What we're going to do is learn how to accept them for who they are. And that it's not them that attacked us. And it's not us that got attacked. It's the spirit that's in them that dislike the spirit that's in me. We're not going to put it on the fault of, they're narcissistic and not this, that, and this is what the enemy do. He'll throw a new term out there and we grab onto that and then we place blame on that term. And we chase that term down. And what that term causes us to do is to throw it on other people. And when we throw it on other people, we cause confusion. So now this man that's been minding his business, just doing the right thing now, and now you done call him a narc. And he's sitting back now. It done caused him to get in his head. Am I a narc? Am I doing this? And it causes confusion. And then that man, now he learned a new word and he's going to call this female a narc. And you know how women are. Don't you call us crazy and don't you call us no narc. snark because all 88 of our personalities about to show up and it's about to show out and it's about to be a showdown up here and we can't get right. Next thing you know, we in a padded room because we trying to figure out why he call us snark. I'm not crazy. I'm not, I don't know. It's just something about us women. We tend to just shift off sometime. But that's what the enemy want. He do that to cause confusion. And if he can cause confusion, have us to go up against ourselves or go up against each other, then we're missing the point. Then therefore, you're allowing his spirit to operate in everybody. And then as long as he can get his spirit into you, then that spirit that's in you can now call his homeboys and say, anxiety, come on, come on. Fear, come on. Because we already got her. She going crazy. So come on up in here. So we got to get her before she calm down. Before she meet Coach Nine. Coach Nine tell her what's going on. Come on, jump in here. That's what we have to work on, okay? So we want to work on making sure that we calling out what needs to be called out. It's the spirit in that person. But it's not your job, because this is where it gets a little tricky. When you do want to call out the spirit in somebody, you want to tell that person, look at your spirit. Look at you. Look at you. It's your spirit. Now, I can't help it that your spirit. Did nobody ask you to pronounce all of it? Did nobody ask you to announce it? Did nobody ask you to do any of that? All you were supposed to do is identify within silently. Stay gracious, because get your poker face. Stay gracious. Do you know a lot of the prophets and evangelists and folks within the church, or some, the real ones, spiritual, will look at you the whole time, and just when you see them staring off sometimes, when they're just staring off and you're like, oh, why are they looking at me weird? They're actually praying over you because they can see the spirit that's in you, because they understand the spirit, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to learn to understand the spirit. And if you can't discern the spirit in someone else, be able to discern the spirit that's in you. Be able to speak to the spirits that's in you. Be able to speak to the spirit that's trying to bring himself and his baggage onto you. No, you can't come over here. No, you got to look at your spirit like, man, it's peaceful over here. It's peaceful over here. You want to love on what's on you and in you. Listen, if you really understood what it was. So let's look at this. So you believe in God. There's a God, right? So let's look at this. And God is love, right? So let's just take the word love. So if God is love, right? Look at the word love. Now that you got a full understanding that, and you understand God and you understand the word love. Now I want you to look at that. Are you going to just be walking around talking about some, hey, love? Now I know you ain't just called Lucifer love. That man over there, do not say, hey, love. No, we're not doing, he's not love. He is not love. She is not, if you no, hit him with the Nikki. Hit him with the Nikki. This is not love. No. Understand what is happening. I can't teach you everything. It's a awakening that you have to go through. But once you go through that awakening, then you'll understand what I'm saying. Words, words, words. So now that you understand the word love, God is love. That's his name. That's who he is. That's the highest gift. That is who he is. Now let's look at your spirit. God is in you. He created you in his image. He's in you. So let's look at it, ladies. If he's in you, why would you let anything in you when you are housing God himself? That's not just for y'all. That's me too, because I'm not going there, but you understand. I'm just saying, I'm still working on me. I'm still trying to hear that calling with my healed ears. This is my healed ears. This used to be my hurt ears. But no, I'm serious. If God is in us, why would we allow those things in us? Men, guess what? What y'all think y'all the only ones that enter in? Once you enter in, we come onto you. So if God is in you, why would you want anyone to come onto you? But you're not gonna, and a lot of people don't understand that because of the fact, like I said, it's an awakening that has to happen. And so when you operate in your purpose, then you'll start speaking. And that's where my purpose, this is my purpose, this is my job, and this is what it is. And so it's not for me to tell you what you need to do. It's just what it is to trigger the people that needs to be triggered into their awakening. Everybody won't go through the awakening. Everyone won't go through the raw deal of understanding what it is beyond of what we were taught. Yeah. So I'm going to close it out. I want to let you guys know I love you. If no one told you today, I love you and I'm so proud of you. And I am so grateful for you guys making it into 2025 and coming on this platform because you want to do better. You want more out of life. And I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I don't have to know you personally, but if you come onto this platform, you are family. A-Town, thank you. Love you more. MP, that's what's up. So listen, I want you guys to gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have, for the things that you don't have. Y'all keep me in prayer because I am on this journey of, you know, opening up to allow my husband to come find me. Where art thou? Where art thou, husband? Where art thou? But yeah, so I'm working on me. It's things that I'm working on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm working on me. You know, it's never a ending. You know, healing is a constant thing. And the reason why it's constant is because you learn something new every time. It's a mystery that's unfolded to you every time. So, you know, we're going through things. Keep my family in prayer. I lost a family member and, you know, I deal with that offline. I don't try and bring things to the platform because I still have a job to do. You know what I mean? And so in this job, where art thou, dearest Queen of so I have to make sure that I don't mix that up and get ready for travel. So I'll let you guys know. I love you guys. I love y'all. I love y'all. And let's keep each other in prayer. You guys, if y'all don't know each other, this is how you make friends. Start liking each other and following each other on the thank y'all so much. Thank you. Following each other. Yeah, hit follow. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say follow. Thank you for the follow. And follow others. And this is how you build. And this is how you're going to end up building your generational wealth. Okay. So remember, the last now is about to be first. And if you're ready to put yourself first, right? If you're the one that was always last and ready to put yourself first, start sowing the good seeds. You've sown them all of your life and you don't even understand the seeds that you sowed when you was a child because you were mistreated. But at the same time, I said I was getting off here and I'm going to start back talking. You were mistreated as a child. You sowed some seeds and you asked God for some things and you asked him to get you out of situations. You asked him for all those type of things and you forgot all about them. And guess what? They're about to come to fruition. And because it's that time, because now you got a full understanding of what's going on. I couldn't even get that word out. I tried to skip over real fast. Hope y'all didn't catch it. So I love y'all. Y'all be great, okay? Pour into yourself, then pour into others. Coach and I out. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central Time again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Queenie. And thank you. The sweater. I felt like a grown-up today. I felt like a real 43-year-old. Oh, I'm about to be 44. But anyway, y'all. Have a good one, okay? Y'all take care.